If you know the logical, then it be I live this life for real.
Alright guys, welcome to No Awam.
No Awam.
No Awam.
Yes.
This is
I was wondering what's happening.
This is the realest podcast you've ever experienced.
No fake.
No fake.
Yeah.
This is where you lay it down. The real industry shit. None of the bubble gum, this guy's my best friend, I'm a pro, the real shit. Let's get it.
Well, Pappy's my best friend.
Yeah, KoJo Cue. Yeah.
Let's start with the relationship between you two. What's it like?
Me and Q?
Yeah.
It's just a brother thing. Q is there, I know Q is there.
How did you meet Q?
Two you guys.
Where?
Jolo. Oh?
Yeah, no. It wasn't Jolu. It was Abosoka.
Yeah. We were in Abosokai.
What is
What the
Abosoka?
hell
building.
did you do?
We had the runabout.
He had
Where the cars, everything. We had the office there.
The office there.
Oh, yeah.
We had the whole floor.
Oh, yeah, that far place where there. Yes. The STC there. Yeah. The Kai.
Yeah.
The Kai.
He was in the studio.
Hey, when was that?
That was like 2010.
That's where I took that mama. Yeah, be true, yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
Yo, time just flew by.
Yeah, it's been 10 years, Charlie.
That's crazy.
Hey, it's been a decade, bro.
Yeah.
Of doing the same thing.
I know, right? I'm living this life. Like, what the fuck?
How's it been so
Bro, I want to be a pastor. Like, I want to switch this shit. I'm tired of this shit already.
That won't be bad. You would actually be a very good
I know, right? Yeah. Bro, I for be a pastor.
Obofor won't be able to compete with you. Beat you.
Yo, like, a buffer is not even on my level. Like, yo. Peach him.
Teach him.
Pappy Keach him.
Pappy Joe beach him. Pappy what?
Pappy Kojo beach him.
Yeah. So no, for real. Tell us, KoJo, how's it been for you?
No, it's been an experience. It's been growth. Yeah.
Yo, my thing about KoJo Cue is like, Charlie, he stays in his lane, yo. Like, KoJo Cue is just doing that lyricist shit, like, just his lane. It's not trying to sell out, bro. Even when you hear KoJo Cue on some sellout shit, you just know niggas probably falls or niggas trying to get something. I don't know, bro, but it's just like, yo, like that mama yeah shit. Was it just shit, girl? You played it though.
Yeah, I was on it.
Yo, okay, it's that kind of. Wait, there's another song too. It's one of these songs where KoJo Cue did I say, yo. But anyway, KoJo Cue has just been KoJo Cue,
No, but
all these years.
But I knew that he had to get at the point where he would have to make Mama Ye, and he knew it too.
No, but
like I'm sure you.
Yo, are we gonna be real here or we're just on some bullshit?
No, but he knew.
Alright, so on some real shit.
Yeah.
On some real shit. I don't want to hear KoJo Cue on Mama Ye. On some real shit.
Yeah. Nobody wants to.
On some real shit, I want to hear KoJo Cue do his shit.
Nobody wants to. But you know what's crazy? That's still my biggest song. So how come nobody wants to hear me on Mama Ye and that's my biggest song?
No, but it's your biggest. No, it's your biggest song because it's a trend. That's what's happening now. If your style, how you rap, if how you rap was a trend, like it's a trend to rap. Like, bro, you'll be the GOAT. You get what I mean? You'll be selling records and everything, but that's not what's trending. That's not what is hot.
I feel you. For me, I also feel like it's not cool to put yourself in a box. You understand? Sometimes it's more of a sellout if all I'm doing now is Mama Ye stuff.
No. Let me cut you short. Let me cut you short. Let me cut you short, please.
Yeah.
The type of person that I am,
Yeah.
I connect with people. Like your lifestyle needs to also count. Your lifestyle needs to
The
count.
whole package,
So okay, you want to do Mama Ye, but I know your lifestyle is not Mama Ye.
Yeah.
I know you're not Azonto Mama Ye. I know that's not you.
Yeah.
Did
you watch the video?
No.
Yeah, because I was the only nigga that was not dancing.
Okay, so
my attitude in the video,
like fuck this shit.
Yeah,
so why are you in that environment then? That's not
because we did.
You gotta make money.
Listen. The reason why we pull Mama Ye out is so genius that when you hear it, when we did pen and paper, we went to that.
I want that pen. Yo, I would love that pen and paper shit.
When we did
Screws, rules. That's what I want to hear.
When we did pen and paper, we went to the award show, and we didn't get anything. You understand?
But
listen to what I'm saying. We didn't get anything.
You don't do.
And so we decided that look, if it looks like you people don't want to hear lyrical content, so what we are going to do is we're going to make a song where we don't say shit.
Yeah.
And that song is going to become one of the biggest songs.
Yeah.
To show you people that you people are always talking about how we need to do more lyrical stuff, but you guys don't support it. So that's why we did Mama Ye. You understand? It's a song that literally is just Mama Ye, and it became our biggest song.
So it was a parody.
Yeah.
It was like the Roots.
Exactly.
It was,
we are trying to let you guys see.
Never do what they do, the Roots.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
We are just trying to let you guys see that this is what you niggas like.
But you need to also know you have your crowd though. There's nothing like you guys. It's just some certain people that just don't fuck with that kind of.
It's the majority of the market.
But you have your crowd. That's what you need to focus on.
And that's the thing.
But was their crowd sustainable?
If you are in a business, right? If you're in as much as you're doing art, you're in a business too because you're investing money, right? And the majority of the market wants a certain thing, just not from you. You understand what I'm saying? They want it.
Yo, you're just too intelligent for Mama,
They
bro.
just don't
it's
want
clear,
it.
and it's clear.
They just don't want it from you. And you want to find a way to let them know that the reason why the market is so fucked up and people like you don't thrive is because they don't want that shit. But they pretend they do. So that's why Mama Ye is such a genius.
They pretend that they're deep.
Yeah,
and
it's
all
so
that,
fucking
but
genius
innately,
because
they're
if
just
Mama
like-
Ye didn't blow up, then I could say, okay, cool. These niggas are saying.
I'll jump out there and say
Yeah.
this. If Mama Ye didn't blow up, there would be no For My Brothers. And that's the bottom line.
If Mama Ye didn't blow up, then I can come back and say, okay, cool. It's true. These niggas actually like this. They don't like this shit.
Yeah.
But guess what? Up and Awake is not as big as Mama Ye.
Yeah.
Mama
It can
Ye,
never be.
yeah. Like I go to fucking interviews and it's like, yo, I love you. You know your song part that I like. Mama Ye. Like nigga, you don't love what the fuck I do. You don't. You understand? But
I mean, my shit didn't blow up till Toto Mechanic. 10 years later, I'm rapping and shit, rapping my ass off, lyrical, 0 degrees on the meridian.
But
Toto Mechanic.
Your biggest song is Anapana Misiminti Kwaba. Kwaba.
at the moment, but he had big songs. Let me
But
show you something.
Your biggest song.
No, let me show you.
That is
let me
his
show you
biggest
something,
song.
right?
Biggest
One
shit,
of the biggest
I
issues.
love that shit.
One of the biggest issues that
just
you
got
had
synchronization
in this
for
game,
the
right?
American show.
One of the biggest issues that you had in this game, right? Was that people were saying,
It's gonna
Pappy, that's not
on the show.
shit.
It's already
Am
on
I
the
lying?
show, yeah.
Pappy, that's not what?
Like
It's a born
see,
identity continuum.
one of the biggest issues
Oh, that thing.
One of the biggest issues you had was that people were saying Pappy does not say shit in his lyrics.
Yeah.
All he raps about is
Montana,
right?
Yeah.
And you know why? Because they don't understand Fanti. That's all. So what does that tell you? All the songs, the big songs that you had, them niggas weren't hearing what the fuck you were saying.
They told
They
you already.
they fucking love
The
how you
image,
look
the
and the
look,
vibe.
yeah, that's-
They are not hearing what you're saying because if they were hearing what you were saying, they won't be here saying Pappy doesn't say shit.
Yeah.
Because anybody that understands Fanti knows that Pappy
It's saying
is rapping
some
about some
like
real
slick
shit.
shit. Yeah.
You got that pop culture shit. I'll tell you one thing, man. Your image and your lyrical content is disjointed.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
punk rock,
Yeah.
but the shit that you put out there,
Yeah.
like me, I know you're
It's
Fancy
slick.
Boy, but I grew up listening to Jiddy Lamb. You understand?
And it's
the
that
way
type
you-
of slick shit.
The cadence
Yeah.
and the way you went to the shit, and you're saying something, and the average person who thinks deeply will be able to get it because you have a lot of double entendres. You understand? And you can flip it in a way that if you break it down in English, it means something different, but it still gets to you.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Who was your guy growing up? Who did you look up to? Which rapper?
Man.
Different ones at different stages.
Well, see, because me, when I was growing up, there wasn't really flow. You know, and inertly, I knew I was a flow nigga. You know, it's something you can't run away from. So when I heard
Yo,
Rakim,
You heard of Radioactive?
when I heard
Yeah, I heard
Slick
that.
Rick,
You wanna get on
and
that,
Slick
right?
Rick, what
Right,
resonated
that
with me was
I tried it once, but it was cool.
Yeah.
I I could relate for some reason. I guess because we were colonized by the British. So I could do the British accent. I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. And I didn't know why, but I could do it. It's DNA. You understand? It's carried forward. Our forefathers and so on.
So who?
Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane,
Yeah.
fucking
Rakim.
KRS-One,
Eric B. and
Rakim.
I don't listen to these niggas.
Exactly.
You
But
know?
they
all the
created
people
Jay
that
Z.
you
They
listen to-
created.
Yeah, listen to this. Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
They came
I
from
know 50 Cent's favorite rapper is KRS-One. Like, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
The
yeah,
best
they
hip
came
hop
from
show
there.
I've actually been to ever in my life was a KRS-One show
He's a wild boy.
in a small place called the Nancy Reagan, like ray gun, like space
Yeah.
gun.
Yo, like people say Rakim is a fucking
And then you
lyricist.
listen and you're
And I'm like, huh?
It was like a punk.
Yo, I don't even want to sound disrespectful because I know saying that shit is like,
But
you're
the
whack.
craziest thing, you are KRS-One.
Yeah.
Tall,
Of this time.
dark, dreads.
I get that, bro.
Flow.
But I'm talking about how people they see Rakim, where they put Rakim there. When I'm listening to Rakim,
yo, when you listen to
bro, when you listen to some rappers 20 years ago and you listen to them now, it's that shit is
Let me
still
tell you,
fire,
let me ask you
bro.
something.
Ochame Kwame's Marion Commodore is still hot
when you
right
listen
now,
to-
bro.
when you
What are you
listen
talking
to-
about?
when you listen to Psy Lover right now, how do you feel?
But that's one of them.
No,
one
no,
of
but
them
Psy
niggas.
was the shit.
Yeah.
On that album.
Yeah, I know.
You understand? Even Obrafo, right? You listen to Obrafo, it's cool, it's nice.
But it's
Obrafo
not-
is not like this
Yeah.
now.
Now,
nice.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So that doesn't mean that he wasn't nice then.
Yeah.
Okay, so let
You
me.
understand? If there's a problem if you are not nicer than Obrafo because you didn't involve. There's a problem if Jay-Z is not better than Big Daddy Kane
Yeah.
because he didn't involve.
Yeah.
But you cannot judge Kane on Jay-Z standards
Yeah.
because for them they improved on what they came to see.
But that's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say.
So
I'm just
those
trying to
ways-
say. I'm just trying to say there are some special ones
Okay.
that were really
Like
hot
who?
then
There are.
and still hot
and,
now.
and most of those people were ahead of their time.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so like who?
And then that's what I'm saying.
Like
Then
who?
So like who?
And in
Like-
KRS-One era, who?
Who?
that time,
Yeah.
KRS-One,
And still
Yeah.
popping now.
I would say LL Cool J.
Nah, LL, you.
My opinion, bro.
Have you heard new
It's my
LL Cool
opinion.
J?
Yeah, LL's last album was hot.
LL's
LL is cool. Yeah, like yo, I rather listen to LL than KRS-One now.
No, but
Absolutely.
LL Cool J is hot
Rakim
right now.
still is a better rapper
No,
than
huh?
LL.
LL
now.
Cool J is hot right now.
Right
He can
now.
still rap.
LL Cool J is.
Big Daddy Kane can still, Cool G rap can still rap. When's
G
about around LL Cool
But
J
you
right
know that, you
now?
know
I can't say that, bro. I can't say
No,
that.
because
He's a
I'm a
student.
student. So I go back. You understand?
All
I
I'm
go back
saying
and I
is-
try to
It's
understand.
hard for me to understand when people like you, as old as young.
Yeah, you understand.
They're like, I'm a student. Like,
He had access to all the information. All he had to do was just type it up. and
Here's the thing,
research.
right? Here's the thing, right? If like him, he had to go back too. If I'm listening to Pappy and Pappy is telling me Eminem is the rapper that influenced him, he's the best of all time, I'm going to the source. I'm trying to hear what Pappy hears from him.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You
I see what
understand?
you're
Some people go and they're like, but I don't hear it. But for me, I can hear it even if it's super rough.
Yeah.
With Pappy and Eminem.
No, I'm just saying like
In general.
In general, you understand? Even if it's super rough. So if I trace Jay-Z back,
Yeah.
I can hear the Big Daddy Kane. If I trace
Yeah.
Nas back,
And that's
I can
how
hear
you
the
actually
Rakim
master
Coogee
Jay-Z
rap.
style.
Yeah.
You actually have to do that in
You
order to
understand?
master
So
Jay-Z.
for me, that's my thing. I need to always get to the source to understand.
Exactly. The code.
At what age? Okay, the reason why this confuses me
Yeah.
is because
At what age did I?
He's actually a
yeah.
literature student. He went to he studied literature in
I
high
fuck with
school.
literature hard. as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, so my first introduction to rap that I remember, right, was was Jay and Obrafo. That I remember.
That
Yeah,
is
that before then-
on different spectrums.
Yeah, that I remember. Before then, I heard Aziza or whatever. They said I used to rap Aziza, but I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But the one that had impact on me,
Yeah.
Jay and Obrafo,
Okay.
right? But after that, I started paying attention and then going back. I'm watching every interview these niggas ever do. I'm talking about like all the fucking there was Veros Nata used to have a
blog or
magazine or
something,
some shit.
yeah.
I bought all of that shit. Like I'm
Yo,
true.
what's that?
I had
What's
every
that?
fucking Source magazine. I'm looking in the back, looking at where they order chain. You can order chains. That's why I
East
was even getting my porn and shit from
Are you serious?
in the back. You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, I go back.
Semi-porn.
You understand? I want to understand. It took me 2010 to appreciate Regiment American. All the way in 2010, I listened to that shit and I was like, oh, this nigga was talking about how Christopher Columbus wasn't even the one that found America.
Yeah.
But at that time, I couldn't understand that shit.
But you liked it.
But I liked it.
So it connected to you at a certain
You
level.
understand? So
resonated.
yeah. So for me, that's my thing. I go back. You understand? I go back. So if I hear Panji talk about, oh, Reggie didn't invent the thing, talking drums and shit was doing talking drums. Maybe I didn't hear talking drums in '92, but I go back.
Oh, okay.
You understand? But I go, yeah, because I heard that. So I go back to say, if Panji, somebody that I respect in a certain form, is talking about talking drums, then I have to go back and understand what it is that was so, you understand?
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you go back, you realize that, oh, I remember hearing this song when I was younger. I just didn't pay attention. And it's like, oh, nah, these niggas were on some shit. You know, so for me, I feel like for most people, and that's why me and this guy, we connect and we are so rare in this space. Because for most of the people that are in this space, they are not students. They don't see you people the way we see you.
I don't think Pappy sees KwakuT's generation the way you see.
No, he does.
He doesn't.
Oh, he does.
No, he doesn't. He appreciates the music,
Yeah.
but the culture is still not really like.
No, he does.
Like you don't understand.
I don't know why he's speaking for me.
No,
Then I should have been here, you know. Like, just be here yourself. Say, you know, I don't get it.
Because I know in this
Yeah, cheeky, eh?
in this industry that we're in, this guy and Kiara are like the only two people
Yo,
I've met
bro.
who respect this.
Yo, you don't like you look. Let me
On
tell
that
you.
level.
Yeah, let me tell you what.
So let
See,
me ask the question.
Yeah.
If you respect what KwakuT
Overwise.
and talking drums.
Yeah.
Wait.
Rapping my lyrics.
Whoa. So talking drums, you appreciate, you know everything. Do you have a verse with talking drums?
No, I don't.
Do you have a verse with?
No.
Okay. So you don't appreciate.
Okay, if that means I don't, then I don't.
Not necessarily.
No, if that means I don't, then I don't.
You know what's
Like,
crazy? You know how big Jay-Z is to me,
Yeah.
right? I don't want a Jay-Z verse.
Okay.
I don't
Why?
want it because that's God.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't want to have to be on a song with God and probably by today's terms do better than God and then walk away feeling like I am better than God. That's
So
God.
there must
to
be
me.
a God to you.
They have to be there.
Okay.
You understand? And they have to understand that.
nah, me, I want to worship my God. What the fuck?
Okay. Yeah.
I won't wait on the same song, bro.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, no way. Cause yo, let me tell you something.
So Lil Wayne or Eminem?
But I understand why I'm coming. I understand why he says Jay-Z, because Jay-Z is not even doesn't do what I really like with the patterns and how to fix shit, and you know, Jay-Z is just talking that shit, you know, and what he talks or what he kicks hits him. You know, so it's like, yo, that's my God. You know, it's not even about rapping.
No.
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is just like on some, that's what I mean. But me, my only God is MJ. Lil Wayne is just my rap God. This nigga is a goat. Don't go close to Wayne. It will wash your ass, you know? And I like those kind of raps. Like, I like to, that's the whole point I did the tape with Medikal. You know, because I heard niggas saying, yo, Medikal can fucking rap. He's doing that trap shit, rapping, blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, so why not just go with this Medikal and see what's up, you know? Because that's the kind of shit that I like, bro. I like that rappity shit, bro. Just rap, bro. That's what I like. It's not even about, bro, you could rap about anything, but how you rap it, you know, is how you say it. Mukwaya Masana, but I'm the shit, Masanata.
So
just do it nice. Let me feel it, you know?
More of like a battle MC.
He's like swing. You know, you have jazz, you have swing. Swing is very flow.
So who's this?
You know,
who are we talking about?
Like, you know,
genres of music. You have jazz, swing.
People do music, right? And then they rap about shit. That makes it like cool. Like Jay-Z's Lost Ones or J. Cole's Lost Ones, also the one, you know, like you see you can hear they're talking about, they're rapping about
Themselves.
like good shit. Like, you know, they're telling a story and it sounds good. But then again, it's not like how Eminem did Stan, you know? How he put the words together, how he double raps, how this line rhymes with this one, then this one will rhyme with that one. Like, it's just how, like how, yo.
But I think
You know?
that's KoJo Cue's
But it's
strength.
like staccato.
That's
Sorry?
always been
Like
your strength,
staccato.
Kojo. Like I feel like
Staccato,
your
like-
diction.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah, like I like. Yeah, it's how to, you know.
Yeah.
This is stand. This is stand. Hi.
Like,
Like I like
For
that.
me, I just heard like one line. I remember I heard one line from KoJo Cue, and I told Ian Jazzy, I was like, yo, hit him up, tell him to come over. Because Ian Jazzy was working out of my office then in Osu. And so like he was like, yo, there's this kid, like, you know, he's in Kumasi, like he's dope, and you know, like I link up with him. He's trying. I was like, okay, yo. So it was on Facebook. You had put this like Kanye West refix, like we go hard on we go hard or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you fuck with me, funa that kind of midday show. I was like, yo, like you know the way it's like. Yeah, like he was singing it in Chi.
Yo, and I feel like
Q,
cute, and I feel like yo, you're too fucking clean. Like yo, I want to
Perfect.
like.
It has
Q is
raw
clean. Like
energy.
I liked when on Pen and Paper that there was this song at the end. It's like, man, let's forget this salala niggas, huh? Bitch ass nigga. Like, bro, I want to hear that, you know, because I know you listen to hip hop, bro,
Yeah.
and I want that side of hip hop too from you, you know.
He's a father now. Aren't you a father?
No.
No, he's not.
No.
It's just,
You see-
Q is like the.
He's focused on the bigger.
No, I'm
picture.
coming. It's like, come on,
Okay.
you know.
Thank you.
Q is like.
So you ever
feel that
listen
way?
Like,
you ever listen?
I wouldn't even say Nas, you know. I wouldn't even say Nas.
Nas
Nas goes there.
Like-
Q is like Talib Kweli.
Nah, but like, nah,
Talib-
like that.
No?
Nah.
I feel like Q is like the J. Cole now.
Nah, like.
Okay, so
What are you talking about?
So here's my thing, right?
You don't think of the Q is J. Cole, like Ghana J. Cole kind of vibe? What are you talking about,
See,
bro?
Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I am not against that energy. I am not against using profanity or anything like that, right? But for me, every single thing I say, there has to be a reason why
You say it.
it's there. So if I am saying bitch, so my album doesn't even have a clean version. Because if the cuss word is there, it's meant to be there. Without it, you don't get the full picture. So
Yo.
I don't just
That's
do
what I always say.
You understand?
I don't cuss for the sake
Yeah,
of
you
cuss.
understand. I don't do it just off of the fact that I have to
I
do
can
it to
do it,
prove
yeah,
that,
yeah,
or
yeah.
I can do it, or it's not like that for me. It has to serve a purpose.
Yeah.
You understand? You understand how when you understand why. I do
So you see why I say KoJo Cue is in this lane, and then it just shocks me when I hear Mama Ye. Like he just explained himself, you know. He just explained
But
himself.
that's
So
what I'm
that-
telling you. Mama is a social
So,
experiment.
yeah.
It worked well.
Yeah.
You
You
understand?
ever listen to De La Soul?
Yeah.
You remind me of them. You know? 'Cause
Like,
they can be
I
conscious.
would-
Yeah, they could, yeah.
I would say for me, like I'll put him in more leaders of the new school, Tribe Called Quest.
And De La Soul. They're
Yeah,
all
that's
in
the
clique.
same.
Far
that's
Side.
The same clique. They're all the same clique.
They had a name for them.
Backpack rappers.
Nah.
No,
they
the
was,
native tongues.
Native tongues.
Native
Yeah.
tongues.
My
Yeah.
nigga, African
Yeah.
Bambaataa.
Yeah.
Charlie, this guy. You really, I see you work.
Like
For
a
someone
Bro.
your age to know all of this, you work.
bro,
Like,
You
bro.
work. I gotta give you your props.
Yeah.
You work.
I watched and
What would
read
you
everything.
What would you say pointed you into that direction of
like-
studying?
Okay, so I've always liked to read. That's the thing. That's the difference.
was the
I mean,
Bro, you wear
yeah.
glasses.
I wear glasses because my eyes are. But when you met me, I wasn't wearing glasses. Remember, I've not always had glasses.
The
I've
reason
had-
why
yeah.
he wears glasses is because he liked to read. That's why.
Yeah, because of the front of my eye.
Yeah.
But there was a point during my childhood where they felt like I was running around with too many wild people, so they moved me from where we were, Bantama, to go and live on campus with one of my aunties. And there was nobody around, and her husband had like books, books. So it was just me and books.
You had no
So
choice.
Yeah, so from that point, I became somebody who loves to read. So when I came back, you understand, to that same environment, and hip hop was the thing, people had Source magazines, but they were looking at the pictures. They were looking at what niggas were
Yeah.
wearing. And
That was the same with me.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were like, oh, what's this nigga wearing? Was it?
That-
Yeah. But me, I was reading every
He
single
was,
The guy-
he was gaining substance.
The guy,
People were looking at style.
because in Italy, like,
And that's why,
not
that's why
every.
his style is so fucking amazing.
Because that's what he gravitates to.
That's where he got it from.
Yeah.
It's the same because he reminds me of in Italy. There was this guy that sells those. He's like the only guy in Verona that sells Source magazines, and no one buys that shit. Only me, you know.
Yeah.
Not even that to them. So they don't give a fuck about that shit. Bro, I'll always go get a Source and XXL magazine
look at what's
and just read what 50 Cent says. So like I knew stuff, you know. I was aware of hip hop.
But and more importantly for me, and the way that you express hip hop was so interesting because I can look at your pictures. You had the do rags hanging, you know, like you had the baggy jerseys.
It's been my life.
Yeah, but he was rapping hip life.
Yeah.
So he was rapping hip life, but his style was like already global.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Even with a offended, even with hip life, and you know, because I fell in love with hip life.
Even
Yeah. I heard every time they will be playing Biggie and Tupac. I didn't give a
but you
fuck about
couldn't
that.
connect
Yeah, I
to it.
didn't like it. But I started liking Eminem Kanye because there was this guy who always drives me at school.
Yeah.
And then we'll be playing Eminem Kanye, yeah, we'll be playing Eminem Kanye with Rockstar, we all jamming with Rockstar. And then one time he was like, yo, this new guy called Bro. When Reggie's own is chine. So then the whole thing with Takoradi people is like we like arguments. Any fresh shit, we just take it and then we argue. That's the whole shit about Takoradi. And then we started listening to Bravo. So I was really into like hip life before I watched 8 Mile.
Yeah.
You know, I like the whole how Eminem was battling these niggas and it was all rap, strictly rap. I was like, yo, this shit is dope, you know? And then I started listening to 50 Cent, then I got into D12, and in 2004 when I went back to Italy, my first album was Encore. That was when Eminem released Encore. That was the first hip hop album that I bought.
Encore.
Yeah, 2004.
2004 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2004, that was when.
That was your first Eminem
I
album.
bought the first album that I
Hip-hop
bought, hip hop album that I bought, Encore, yeah.
In 2004.
2004.
Wow.
That's a solid album too. That's the one when I'm gone.
So I started.
Yo.
No, when I'm going was Curtain Calls. That was after that one.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Encore was the one that had the
Mockingbird,
the
Mosh,
strip club.
Just Lose
puppets. Yeah.
Ass Like That,
Yeah.
Okay.
Toy Soldiers, Left by Man.
Yeah, that's my joke.
It was a really hard sense of humor. Like you had to like listen at a certain frequency.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people
It
don't
was
like
dark.
Eminem. It's but it's wit.
Like,
It's pure
it was
wit.
dark,
Yeah.
but it was wit.
Yeah.
You know. He's always walked that line.
My first Eminem album was the Slim Shady LP.
That was mine.
That was.
I was in
Hi,
Atlanta.
my name is.
I think he's talking about what he bought.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd heard songs,
But
you
he's
know.
talking about hip hop in general.
You know,
Like-
you know what's crazy?
Where's
Because
Hip hop album.
like-
That's
Yes.
crazy.
I was super into Eminem and Tupac before I was super into Jay.
Yeah, my nigga. This
You
guy,
understand? I was
this
super
guy.
into Eminem and
I
Tupac
see
before I was
now,
super into
dude.
Jay because
Yeah.
I was attracted to M's mom, parents, whatever. And,
Relationship.
yeah, I was attracted to that.
Okay.
And then I was just attracted to Tupac in general because like the message is so freaking potent.
Yeah.
You understand? It transcended just being a nigga from Cali. Anywhere in the world, you hear that shit and you know he's speaking your struggle.
Okay.
You understand? But once I heard Jay,
Okay.
I always felt like KoJo was more of like a soulful person than anything else. Because like, how old were you when we met? How old were you?
that was 2010, so that would mean I was like 20 or
20.
yeah, it's like 20.
So just imagine that. And like the kind of things that he would talk to me about and give me, like he gave me a book, Seed of the Soul. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the only book he ever gave me. Like he's like, this is a 20-year-old kid. And he's just like, T, I found this book, but I think it will suit you. I read it and I think it will suit you.
Yeah.
He just gave it to me. You know, I read, I was like interested. I heard Oprah speak about this and Jay-Z also speak about this. I'll read it. And it was very interesting. It gave me certain perspective, you know, to life itself. He schooled me to life itself at that age. when I was busy talking to him about like music, he essentially understood life and purpose a bit more before he even set out on his journey to become the rapper that he is. That's the energy that I go with you. Because I remember like the last time we really communicated, I think you told me that, oh, you wanted to sign with BBNZ. And I was like, well, everyone knows what's best for them.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. Like he understood where he needed to be at a certain time, all the time in his development already, before he even set out on the journey. Would you say that?
Yeah, but you had a lot of influence on my vision becoming tunnel.
Okay.
Because before I met you, I've always known what I want and what I
exactly.
want. The environment that I grew up in, that's the only way to be able to get here.
Yeah.
You understand? Because everybody else there's so much, like Bansuma's like party capital of Kumasi, right? So there was a period
Ashanti
where
regions.
yeah, it's Ashanti region. Like there was a period I'll wake up with my cousins, we'll wake up, we'll find a way to get money, whether we steal from an auntie or we'll go and beg somebody or whatever. We get that. We go straight to the pub, 2 shots of pusher, whatever. Go search for money, do the same shit again. Nighttime, go to the streets, find 1 or 2 girls. All of us are bringing that girl back. You understand?
That one girl.
That one girl, like, that's Bantama.
Damn, niggas.
So I had to do that for a while, then leave, go to my mom's, because Bantama's like my dad's family. Go to my mom's place to change and come back. And while I was changing, I was like, what is the end goal of this? You know, what's the end goal of this thing that you guys keep repeating? What are you trying to get? And I was like,
Nada.
yeah, there's nothing in there for me. So it was like, that was it. You understand?
Wait, so let me understand this, right? Because me, I know about you. Because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before you were a little hazy on that mind. But now I know who you are. You're a bit of an enigma to me. When he told me that you were from Kumasi, I was like, but this fair boy, how? So, like, what is, are you full Ashanti or
I'm
there's a
full
mix
Ashanti.
somewhere?
If there's a mix somewhere, I don't know about it.
Because this complexion is
I
not-
know,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a mix, this is actually my dad's.
Yeah.
And they're full Ashanti.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
mom
And
is a full Ashanti
And
too.
his dad is taller too. His dad is tall, right?
That makes
Like
sense, so-
my height.
Yeah.
Like mix.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere that I don't know about.
Fulani or...
Yeah, somewhere that I don't know
Yeah.
about. But
Yeah.
as far as my dad
Because
and my mom,
even the way you articulate, you aren't a typical Kumasi boy.
No, it's because he like.
Not to down my people.
I think
you know.
I think it's the
But it's on your job.
it's the reading.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, it's the reading. And that's
It's
the
the
thing.
reading?
I can turn that on.
Yes.
I know you can.
Yeah. You
But the
understand?
thing is, like,
It's him.
so the reading helped you get to this
Evolve
discernment,
how to
level of
communicate
discernment.
as he was growing.
That's interesting.
Like,
because people have to be taught how to communicate.
yeah.
You get me?
Like
I
you
don't
can-
understand
you
why
can-
they always told us to read, bro.
You see, you
I
can
never
understand
got it, bro.
why.
I never like books with no pictures. Like, it's boring, bro.
You can read.
There need to be
Yeah,
pictures,
just
like, yeah.
You can read
Superficial
a very
shit.
well rating 50 Cent's interview in the source
Yeah.
and come and have a conversation about growing up in Queens with somebody who never grew up in Queens, and it will pass.
That's real. That's true.
With somebody that grew up in Queens, maybe on the surface it will, but once you start getting deeper, but if you read like 80 of those like interviews, right?
Yeah.
You can you could do that. You can go as deep as
Needed.
you understand.
Yeah.
So what reading does is it puts you in places
Allows
that
you to gain perspective.
you can have somebody come right now tell you about how in ancient Egypt they did this and that nigga no, he wasn't there. You understand? It's reading. And before the internet, that was the only place you could go to find information.
Yeah.
You understand? So I was just super attracted to the information, and I guess this gift that I have is I have the gift of understanding. That's what I call it. Because even when
discernment.
even in school, right? My friends thought that maybe when I went home, I was learning like crazy. because we will do everything together, cut class, whatever. I'm always in the top 5. But I wasn't learning like crazy. It's because if you tell me one concept, I know how to use that concept to a million. I just have to understand that concept.
Yeah.
You understand? So the stuff that I struggled in were subjects where I had to repeat the exact thing. Like I struggled with science because if it is the whatever attribute, it is the whatever attribute. There's no way around it.
I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, you understand. But if I could just take the concept, you understand, and then you could never have.
So how I was able to understand the arteries
Yeah.
is that I would follow the process. It goes through the esophagus and then through the larynx and then you understand. And then so now it's like a story. So I can
Unless
see
you break it down like
so
that.
that's how I like biology.
Hey, cameraman, let's show this.
That's the shit I love.
For me, like conceptualizing things, like came through application of myself, my physical self. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if for instance, in order to learn discipline, I have to apply to a concept that's tactile, that I can touch and feel.
It's tangible.
Yeah, before it gets into my head. You know, so like I have to take a medium, like maybe boxing, where I have to physically practice the form of discipline for a long time. Then I can turn it around and apply it to other concepts.
Or yoga.
Or yoga. Do you know what I mean?
Horse riding.
Horse riding.
Let me tell you about.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my thing with weed. Right? So the first time I ever smoked, it was my dad's leftover that I.
Your pops.
Yeah.
Yo, Charlie, it gets more interesting.
That I rolled up in a weird way and I did it, but I didn't know how to do it. So it's like I pulled the smoke and I pulled the
You
smoke.
know, you just put your pops on blast, right?
Oh no, but
His pops is cool.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
That's who he is. Like so, I will pull it and puff the smoke out, and I finished and I was not high. I was like, so why do people like fucking smoke this thing? And then the next time, I went to the bush with one of my friends. Yeah,
It's
in
always the
school.
bush.
Yeah,
And then you tried it again.
and then I tried it again, but then the environment, because like they were
So,
smoking and
Kumasi,
shitting
Kumasi
around and
and
whatever. I didn't like the environment, and then when I smoked it too, like I puffed it out again, and I wasn't high. I was like, so why? So from that point until I met T, I never smoked like. No matter, I could be in the house with 80
Oh man,
people
I
smoking.
feel bad now, man.
80 people smoking,
T is
right?
funny.
Yeah, 80 people smoking. I won't touch it because for me, it doesn't matter what it does for you. It has to do something for me.
Yeah.
And that's beyond.
Again.
Yeah, that's beyond making me look cool because I've always like I'm
a cool
cool.
kid.
Like, I'm cool deep inside. I don't need this thing.
Yeah.
But when I met Kalal and I feel like no, you have to hold it in, you have to do it. And then the first time I was like, oh shit.
That's what it is. That's crazy.
Yeah. So this nigga too came, he was smoking cigarettes, but he would never touch weed or alcohol. This
Really?
nigga.
No.
Never.
Did you smoke cigarettes, Pappy?
Yeah, he was smoking. Oh no, he wasn't smoking cigarettes too.
No.
He started smoking cigarettes later.
Yeah.
He
Pappy
like,
started smoking.
I started smoking 2 years ago.
yeah. So this nigga won't touch any.
I don't even remember
You know, he would be like
my first weed,
he'll be
bro. I
like,
just remember I
why
smoked.
you doing the KoJo? Why did you guys are like, and I never push anybody because it's like if it's something that he doesn't see the need to do, you understand.
Leave it.
Now he smokes more than I do.
I smoke more than anyone does.
Like he
I'm
needs
the
that
guy that
shit.
wears,
Like,
bro.
yo,
Like, yo.
He came
Yeah.
to like, yo, I think now is the time to add the budget of marijuana to our expense.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like I need
I
to
was like-
function. Like,
I was like-
you need to make that
I was
available.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, yo, I'm serious. Don't you want me to be happy? I was like, I want you to be happy, but I don't want you fucking up yourself whilst you're at it. Like, we need other outlets.
Fuck, T.
I was like, no. I was like, I want you to.
Crazy.
Yes.
That
So-
nigga crazy.
So for me, I have to come to everything and find
The use.
the use
The
for myself.
productivity.
Yeah.
Personal
Like
productivity.
personal. For me, it doesn't matter if it does incredible for everybody else. That's why it took me that long to, and even Mama Ye was because I wanted to prove a certain point. Because for me, it's not about, oh, Pappy has a hit song and he did this, so I want to have a hit song. So the music means more to me than having hit songs.
So what is music? What are your goals with music? Because like for me, I'll just say where I see you because you know me. Me, I just see things, right?
Yeah, you see bullshit.
It doesn't
You
even
see
have to make
bullshit.
sense. Yeah.
You
I'm
see
just like a
bullshit.
visual person, you know. Like,
I'm a visionary.
I don't know.
You see
I'm just
bullshit.
saying-
You don't see shit.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Can I
You
say
see
that?
bullshit.
Am I allowed to say it?
You just see shit. Literally, that's all you see.
Okay, cool.
You see shit.
I'm looking at you right now.
So
Allow him to speak, bro.
So yeah. Anyway, back to the script. Like how I see KoJo is, he's gonna become like this voice that has no choice but to take political office.
4 days, one like, hey, shake a quack.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, that track be real, yo. That track be
Exactly,
fucking real,
exactly.
yo. Hey,
exactly.
hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, you niggas were really talking some personal shit. Like, yo.
I don't know about political office though.
Let
Yo.
me explain
I
why.
think that they could put themselves
No,
in
no,
a
no,
position
no, 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 no,
to
no.
effect change. But
I mean,
political office,
change comes with power.
yeah, but power too is corruption.
Power has to be re-established. We need a renewal of spirit and mind.
That's true. Absolutely.
Spotify, iTunes, free download set 22. Make a check 4 days, one like. Hey, shake a quack. That one said be cool, but how you get 200k followers where your retweets be 2? You tell you I shop past you. Guy, you for call Echo House, make them top up soon. Echo what? Echo House. So you never heard about guys, then they trend songs. You for search and sort them out, so then go trend yours. Now wait, they claim money, then they collect raw. Charlie, that means say I for spend more. There's more money from my bank account. I for quench all. Nanka, the video say for shoot depend, cause first cat director go make a see it. Then war. Pascal,
Let's go.
that one get
Them all.
for just
That's
chop.
bouncing too.
Charlie, make I call you back, I get call. So your songs don't be blue. Everything in politics.
So how you guys do this thing? Like, you guys really just sit down there, write together?
Yeah.
It has to be that way.
Yeah.
It has to be that way.
We know what we want to talk about. The hardest part is making it rhyme.
Yeah. So that's how I'm trying to figure out how you guys
We
do
know what we
it.
want to
Like, you
talk
say
about.
your line and then
if I say something and he has to respond, he knows where
What-
he has
what
to
to
take
say,
it.
okay,
So
okay.
and then he has to say like sort of the next line.
okay,
I
and then you can
respond,
come
so
in.
that's more
Yeah,
like-
that's what we kind of did.
Yeah.
With, yeah.
So yeah, coming back to what we're talking, we need a renewal of spirit. People that hold political office in this country have to change. It
They
has
need to go. They
evolve.
need to go,
No. It
actually.
just has to evolve naturally because there's a disconnect between the political class and the public. So it's time for a renewal of spirit. And artists like him that are preaching that spirit and practicing it have to take a set of responsibility. I met him the first time I went to KoJo's house. We were supposed to shoot a video. I gained a million times more respect for him for just being at that point that we were even interacting, knowing that bit of him just by going to where he lived. Do you understand me? He's seen the journey the whole way. He understands the process and can contribute more than just music.
True.
Do you understand what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, that's how I see him. I don't know what the future, like where you're heading, but like that's what I feel. I could be wrong.
I think he needs to establish like his culture capital.
He already has a lot of social currency.
I know, but like you know how there's a difference between
4 days,
where
one
Nas
like.
is and where
Hey,
Jay-Z
shake a
is.
quack.
Yeah.
That difference.
Yeah.
They two
That's
powerful
capital.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
But
but
Jay-Z is just capital.
Yeah.
Nas is capital, but
substance.
yeah, and he's not out there like this is what I'm doing, but you know that he's in tech, he's in pharmaceuticals. Yeah.
So business as well.
Yeah, business as
Definitely.
well. That's where Nipsey was heading.
Yeah.
Because I studied these niggas,
Yeah.
you know, just and that's weird because I go back now and I study people that I hear about that were doing like really amazing things. So I understand where you're coming from, But I only do this because we're in the age of social media. Information is at the tips of our fingers, right? But you went back to a place where there was no social media. You understand? So what would trigger you to even go back there?
Because my search for that knowledge started from a time when there was no social media. So I have been used to
So you
searching
know the other side.
Focus, bro.
and also I have come to
It's real.
understand
You
that
want the real shit?
as much as social media is giving you or way more information than you've ever had, there are no ways to verify. Like there are little to no ways. Everybody can come up and say some shit and then there's
I
something.
think Wikipedia is the key to
Yeah, you understand. Everybody can come up and say, even Wikipedia, someone can go and add that you're the president of Ghana right now.
Yeah.
And in the next 10 minutes, anybody who searches for you, they've taken that information and they've run away. Yeah.
You game before.
Huh?
You game before.
So for me, I still look at certain sources as more super credible than you understand. And I always want to get it from the source. I feel like as close as possible that I can get to the source, that's when I'll get the original. So yeah, so if you write the book, I'm not only reading what you've written, I'm looking at the references and stuff. And I'm trying to find those people.
Fit the puzzle.
Yeah, I'm trying to find, you quoted this guy because you wrote before you. I'm trying to find those people. So I'm reading on Ashanti history. I read somewhere, they point me to Rattray. I go to Rattray, he points me to someone that was closer to, you understand? Because I feel like if you get to the very, very core of it, that's when you understand it better. Because over time, people's biases and people's ambitions and shit, they affect it.
Let me tell you something. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
They're affected. We'll jump back into that. Okay. Do you realize that somebody like this, like in another world, structured differently, he would probably be a lecturer, lecturing what?
That's what I'm saying. He can make more social impact
You know
than
what I'm
just
saying?
the music.
Even
you know what I mean?
fuck it, if you were in the States.
No, but the thing is, he's good at it too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nigga can rap his ass off.
Exactly. So I live this life. I live that thing.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking. I walk the talk.
Mine is actually different. Mine is different. It's not about, even with football. I just realized that it wasn't just cause I loved football. It was just certain people that played that I loved.
Yeah.
You know, people are so passionate about football. They watch every shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I've been watching people like Aston Villa and fucking KwakuT style. What the fuck are you watching, nigga? Like, yo, it has to be Ghana. At this point in my life, it has to be Ghana. If it's not about Ghana, I'm not watching that shit. I don't even care about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. I think they are fucking super overhyped. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it really did get to me when people
Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are over.
Fucking hyped.
What are you
Like,
talking
yo,
about?
let's not get. I'm coming. Let's not. I'm coming. I will go off. I want to. I'll go off where I was trying to
You
go.
just committed
Yeah, I know, but I'll get back to that. My whole point is there were same people.
The elephants in the room.
Yeah, they're the same people. You know, I just know I fucking love Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
I agree.
I'm coming. Let me finish.
Which one?
The Brazilian one, the striker. Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, you know? Yeah,
The
the Lima. Yeah.
Hey, that's my nigga.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I just love that nigga. The nigga was, you know. Yo, Ronaldo is that nigga, like, yo, Sakura guy, if you come, speed, boom, boom, like,
So do you know what
I'm coming. I'm coming. And it's the same thing with Zidane, you know?
Yeah, right.
Because it's like,
right.
I love Brazil, you know, and I'm supposed to hate France. But I know that fucking Zidane nigga is someone special.
That's a
You
real-
know, yo, that nigga Zidane is, yo, you know? So that's, I just felt the same thing with Ronaldinho. I was like, yo, this Ronaldinho is probably the greatest of all time. Like, no one plays football like Ronaldinho.
Yeah, I got the same shit with Cantona.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, so mine is not just,
Number 7.
mine is
Karate
just,
kicking
Karate
Cantona.
kicking motherfucker.
mine is not just, even, it's the same shit with music, bro. It's the same shit with music. You know, like
So it's not necessarily the art form or the culture you're in love with individuals.
it's like
really
let me tell you something. It's like
He's attracted to greatness.
it's like I love Eminem, right? And I find out Eminem's the rappers that he used to listen to is probably AZ or some shit. I'll go and try this. I was like, nah, this shit is not fucking Eminem. Get the fuck out of here, you know? So it's like maybe Eminem might not know it, but it's something about him, Eminem.
that attracts,
You know, it's not AZ. It's like you, Eminem. You have something. It's not AZ because I listen to AZ. Trust me, it doesn't work for me, bro. Like it really doesn't work for me. It's just saying
AZ
people.
doesn't work for you.
No.
But AZ is like a Nas.
No.
Nas even doesn't
Actually,
work for me.
you know what? Like
Nas doesn't work for him either.
Nas doesn't work for you either.
No.
like Nas, like I'm in love with only like maybe 2 Nas albums. I Am
Yeah.
and Stillmatic. Not even Illmatic. Stillmatic.
I only like
And I
Lost
Am.
Tapes.
God's Son too is dope. God's Son too is dope.
God's Son was good.
God's Son.
was
That's my favorite Nas album.
You know,
I
God's
only like the Lost Tapes.
God's Son.
Yeah.
yeah. Lost
Like
Tapes.
a lot of people feel like I should be more of a Nas fan. You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like, oh, like that. But I was like, I only like the Lost Tapes. I don't like any other.
I like the hip hop is dead too.
Yeah, I don't like any other.
Hip Hop is
Nas
Dead
album.
wasn't
Like
bad.
I like
Hip Hop is Dead is dope.
Yeah,
right?
They,
But like-
they Shook was on Hip Hop.
But
is
that's
Dead,
the thing.
right?
You
They
can
should.
That's God's Son.
Nas
They Shook
innovative
are
time.
major.
No, they shook is God's Son. Yeah.
And he doesn't.
Hip Hop is
It doesn't
Dead was
fit
a
his
double
swag.
album.
You get me?
No, that was the
It's
Street
Kanye,
Disciple.
but you
Street
can't put
Disciple.
that.
That was
Yes,
good.
yes.
Hip hop is dead.
Yeah, true.
What did you say?
Like he was saying, the thing is you could never put like Nas into native tongues. He doesn't
fit.
Yeah, so yeah,
And
it
that's
makes
what
sense.
he is. He's
Yeah.
native
It
tongue.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
makes more sense.
anybody, the Roots,
Yeah.
I
I mean, I'm a huge Roots fan.
you know what I'm saying? Like, no, they amazing, dog.
Yeah.
They're geniuses, and you know they all grew up
They don't
around
give
each
a
other.
fuck
Yeah,
about
from
the
Philly.
Roots.
I don't care about
There
Roots,
was a
man.
lot of art schools.
Yeah.
So
in
what
that
I
area.
wanted to tell you about the statement that you were making, it's the same statements that is the same point that they feel when you talk about who the fuck is KRS-One. You see, the kids now, they're like, who the fuck is old Ronaldo? What's his old? This
Yeah,
fat nigga?
yeah.
How many goals did he score?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You don't understand it because you watched it and you were there.
Like, you
And
can't.
it's offensive.
You understand? You can't understand, like, you
No, but it's not just that. No, it's not just that.
So for them,
For the
right?
Q, it's not just that. If we
So
talk
for
about
them-
football, it's not just that.
No.
If we talk about football, it's just not that. Let me explain that to you.
Ronaldo
No.
to Brazil. Even
Let
Messi's
me-
numbers.
No, let me explain to you.
Ronaldo.
Let me explain to you
You have to
why.
understand
Let me
one
explain to you why.
Why?
Do you want to understand
Let's
why?
go.
Can I explain why?
Why?
Fuck.
Why?
Okay. In my opinion,
Uh-huh.
after what my minimum football,
Yeah, that's you.
I'm coming. My minimum football.
Yeah, it's World Cup.
Let me finish
That's the
talking.
argument you're
No, let me.
World Cup.
Yo, let me go. This I see why this nigga just play me.
No, make it argue. Make it.
So me, my own thing, me say.
Yeah.
My own thing, me say.
Yeah.
The World Cup be the ultimate trophy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you that argument.
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah.
If you know win that World Cup, if you
Yeah.
know who that World
Yeah.
Cup some, you're not a goat in my eyes. Like you don't qualify to be a goat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you just don't qualify to be a goat. I'm sorry. World Cup is all about the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate.
Yeah.
You know? So if you know win, I don't give a fuck if you score 50,000 million goals. I really don't care. Score all bicycle 10 million goals, bro. Niggas like Ronaldo story 94. You know, play some, he win. 98, he go finals, he lose, he hurt, he come back, go play another World Cup, score 8 goals in 7. That's a fucking legendary story. It's not just about goals.
Okay.
It's
so
let me finish.
Yeah.
It's not just about goals.
Yeah.
It's about the story, how he went about it, how he was injured, how he was injured for 3 years. He was injured for 3 years, came back, won the World Cup, won FIFA Best Player again 3 times.
Yeah. Okay.
That is what I like. That is a goal to me. That is a fucking goal. Bro, if you do that, you're a fucking goal. You know, it's not about scoring 5 million goals. What the fuck? Back then, bro, look at Let me give you an example. You know who Thierry Henry is, right?
Yeah.
Thierry Henry is a fucking GOAT. And
Hell yeah.
And he never won Best Player. Never. And Henry is a GOAT. He never won FIFA Best Player ever. Why? Because they were GOATs. Real GOATs. The real ones, bro. Zidane was there. David Beckham was there. Ronaldo was there.
Okay. Beckham is one of the most overrated fucking players of all time.
Yo, this is like blasphemy, yo. I'm done with this shit, bro. That's a blasphemy, bro. I can't take this shit, bro. I can't take this shit, bro. David Beckham, I can't take this shit. Take away that nigga's crosses, bro. Take away that nigga's fucking Beckham, bro. England is nothing without David Beckham. Take David Beckham out of England. England team is trash,
bro. George,
even if they won 66, even if they want, David Beckham is more important than the winners that won.
David Beckham has been sold to you, bro. No. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? All your heroes are the people who are sold to you with PR. All your fucking heroes. It's PR. It's the story behind it that makes you fucking love them. Yeah. David Beckham wasn't even the best fucking player in that team that he was playing in. He's not the best Manchester United player of all fucking time. He doesn't hold a candle to fucking Eric Cantona. That nigga doesn't hold a candle to Eric Cantona. He's been sold to you with P fucking R.
I like what they're selling to me.
You see, it's the same way.
You don't have to like everything they sell to you.
No.
Not because they're selling it to me. If a nigga comes and sell me snails, it's because they're selling it to me, then I take snails. No, my nigga. If I like it, I fucking like snails. That's why I like it. What are you talking about?
What I want you to understand is, right? After a certain point in the greatness spectrum, right? The only thing that matters is PR. If you take a Michael Jackson and you take Patapaa, there's no fucking way anybody's selling Patapaa to you above Michael Jackson. But if you take a Michael Jackson and you take a Prince, from that point it's PR. It's pure fucking PR.
Okay.
You understand? If I take you,
I disagree.
I
disagree.
If I take you, right? If I take you
disagree because you don't know.
You don't know Prince because you.
No, it's not about.
You fucking didn't plug into the PR.
It's not about big. No.
The PR for him.
Prince was big.
No.
Prince was big.
Wasn't bigger than Michael Jackson.
So that's it. Then.
Wasn't bigger than Michael Jackson's PR.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael Jackson was
let me tell you something. I'm coming. And that's what makes him the special one, because not everyone can be like Michael Jackson.
No, everybody
touch little kids and sing.
No, everybody can be.
Had a machine picture.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
You saw when the machine picked up Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
And you see how the machine picked up Young Thug.
Yeah.
Can't you still fucking tell Wayne is the fucking goat?
But the person that the machine
like what the fuck are you telling me, nigga?
The person
like
that the machine picked up.
You are real nigga. Don't let him cheat you, my nigga. Like what the fuck, bro?
After Wayne, it wasn't Young Thug. It's fucking Drake, and he still has the machine now. If you look at the stats, you look at everything, and what you need to understand is, beyond you seeing it, Pappy, this is the reason why Ronaldo scoring the amount of goals he scored is important, because beyond you seeing it and you being there, beyond you hearing Automatic on the day it dropped and in the year that it dropped, right? The only other thing that the future people will use to judge impact is not feeling anymore, it's numbers. Because that nigga didn't watch old Ronaldo play in the World Cup in the way that he didn't watch, and even if he goes on YouTube, he's seen fucking moments. You understand? So for him, it will come down to, okay, he won the World Cup. How many other trophies did he win? How many individual goals did he score?
How many individual awards
did he have? And
how much applause?
And in 2099, nobody will fucking give a fuck about Ronaldo. Old Ronaldo had an injury going to the World Cup, because nobody was fucking there. They're just going to look at the stats, and the stats will say your guy won't even be top 10. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're going to go that way and going to say,
bro,
PR only picks up people because
the
special ones, then that's what will happen.
What I see,
At the end of the day, if you put Michael Jackson, right? If you put Michael Jackson, if you drop Michael Jackson,
Ronaldo played in different things.
And Prince, right?
Messi played Barcelona up to now. They can't tell you say he be goat. How can you be goat when you play another league inside before?
If you drop Michael Jackson and Prince on Mars,
but you made the bunch of free gym.
where nobody has heard of Michael Jackson and Prince before. Listen to what I'm saying. Where nobody has heard of Michael Jackson and Prince before. And you ask the Martians, ask them what they are, and they say they are musicians. And they bring all the fucking instruments, everything in the world, and they say, okay, prove to me who is the greatest. You know who's walking out of that room?
Who?
Being the greatest? Fucking Prince.
Why?
He plays every fucking music instrument in the fucking world.
That's true.
Michael doesn't.
That's true. That's true.
And there's at that point it is beyond the fact that you made We Are the World and it's one of the most the most incredible. No, it's these niggas don't know that backstory. They only know at this moment. Both you niggas can sing, so yeah, you niggas can sing your asses off. What else? I play this.
One can sing better than the other one though. That's the whole point.
No, actually.
No.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Which one can
MJ sings better than Prince.
No, bro.
Prince can hit different octaves.
I hear. Cause Michael can.
Prince can go low.
Cause Michael cannot go low.
Michael cannot fucking go low.
Bro.
What song can Michael go low in?
Yo,
You and the low. Michael, like what are you talking about? Speech. What are you talking about?
No.
Speech.
That's not low. That's like Barry White low is what he's talking about.
Prince is like baritone.
No,
Like what kind of law are you talking about that Michael didn't do on Off the Wall? Or that what are you guys talking about, bro?
He was high.
You leave it. Like what I need you to
He
understand.
didn't study this shit.
They are singing.
Just
not
not
that. They are
I was
singing.
there.
They are
I grew up on
singing
this
right. They are singing. It's not so far apart.
It's
Yo, Pappy, what I want you to understand is even if even if everybody hears it and accepts that maybe Michael is a better singer than Prince, right? Their singing is not so far apart that you feel like, Michael is a better singer than
Yes,
Michael.
yes it is.
So
Yes it is.
no, it's not.
To you, it is for me.
He's biased.
Yeah, the PR has sold him.
Yeah.
When you were watching all those videos and those people in the front row were screaming and they were dying, them niggas were probably paid. They sold you.
He wanted to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the PR has sold that shit to you.
Okay, fine.
You understand?
I'm sold.
And it's cool. It's like if the PR sold that shit to you with somebody that wasn't great, then it's different. Michael Jackson is fucking incredible. But what I want you to understand is the part that PR plays.
Why are we even arguing about how great Michael Jackson is? Like,
No, you understand?
so obvious. It's so obvious. There's no
So,
argument.
are you saying that you're in love with Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
You see why you want to take
He's on
that
the
shit.
skin. Like,
Where do I want to take it?
You're so predictable. Like it's like my tweets in the military there. Like me in
I'm just
the
making assumptions.
Yo, bro, like sometimes shock me, bro. Shock me sometimes.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? There's somebody who was born in 1900 who probably died around when Michael popped off or whatever. That there's no way you can convince him in hell that Michael's better than the Beatles or Frank Sinatra or anybody. There's no way in fucking
Because he's
hell.
dead.
Like, no, he had Michael, but
Yeah,
no.
he's dead now. What are you talking about?
And so you are.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about he had Michael. He had both of those people. But he had the other people first, and the circumstances in which he had, right, it had more of an impact on him than when he had Michael. So to him,
Association.
yeah, to him, the greatest artists are those people. You had Eminem first, right? It will be super hard for anybody that comes after Eminem, who raps like Eminem, to feel like the greatest to you because you've already had it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know that.
But to the nigga who hasn't heard Eminem, if he wakes up and he goes to hear some joint that Lucas shit and he's like, join the Lucas, and then when you tell him to go listen to Eminem, you listen, alright, it's cool, but I don't really fuck with it. Because maybe Eminem doesn't have the trap bounce.
True.
So you are going back to AZ and you're like, I don't really fuck with it.
I don't really.
Because he doesn't have the Eminem bounce. But for a nigga that had AZ before he had Eminem,
True.
it's hard for him to say, yo, bro, I had this shit.
You just broke that shit down.
You understand? And also the time that I had it,
disagree.
the time that I had it, if I see If I
But
see
it's
a
real.
flash screen TV,
No, I mean, I can also explain why I agree. Right?
if I see a flash screen TV in 1982,
And he's right.
right? If I see a flash screen TV in 1982, and you see a flash screen HD blah 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 TV in 2000 and whatever, it's an upgraded version, all right. You understand?
Bro, like,
But the feeling that
going
me seeing
back-
that, no, the feeling that me seeing a flash screen TV at an era when there were no flash screen TVs,
Yeah.
and the feeling of me
So
seeing
fam.
this UHD now after I've seen a million other flash
bro,
screens.
it's different. Like, bro, what I told watching
It's
crowd.
the same.
Yo, let me tell you something. Like, when I say Eminem is the GOAT, you know, I'm not just saying Eminem is the GOAT because I just fucking love Eminem. I'm into hip hop too. I listen to Jay-Z too. I know every time they ask Jay-Z, name your top 5, he mentions Eminem. Jay-Z is really important, and my favorite is in his top 5. I listen to Snoop Dogg too. I watched Snoop Dogg's interview, and then they'll ask Snoop Dogg, and then Snoop Dogg will put Eminem in his top 2. Like, I'm talking about listening to greats and artists, greats, and then putting
like
this
this
Eminem. It's not just about me loving. Like, I'm really coming for the argument. I'm taking everything that I can for this argument. It's not just about I love Eminem. It just doesn't take love. Like, what are you talking about?
You know the craziest part that most people forget? That Eminem wasn't this universal as a GOAT until like 2010.
Nope.
There was a time when.
Nope.
Bro, there was a time.
Nope.
There was a time.
The
when,
time 50 Cent came out, Eminem was a GOAT already. Eminem was a GOAT on Eminem's show. Eminem's show came out, Eminem was already a GOAT. What are you talking
We
about?
talked about it
What
until
are you
I
talking
collapsed.
about?
Calm down here.
Already on the second album, Eminem was setting records. He was already a GOAT. What are you talking about?
Yes.
What are you talking about, bro?
Eminem went platinum.
Like, Eminem was selling diamonds on his second album.
But
Hip hop has
within the
never been a
culture.
platinum thing.
No, what are you talking about?
Hip hop has never
About
been a
how
platinum
you
thing.
know, like
Let me tell you something. No, because you take
Can I
me off,
say
please.
something?
Let me tell you something. People knew what was bullshit and people knew what was the real shit. The same people behind Vanilla Ice were the same people behind Eminem. But we all know Vanilla Ice was bullshit. Vanilla Ice was the biggest shit at some point. He was a white rapper. He was a white rapper. Like everyone was.
Stop. All right, stop.
I'm coming.
All right,
I'm coming.
stop.
No, I'm coming. No, wait. Let me chill, nigga.
Let's
No,
chill.
wait. Let me
Relax.
chill. No, but you know.
Slow down.
No, but for real. Vanilla Ice is white, and he was big.
Vanilla Ice.
And he was big.
Hang
But
him over.
even though Eminem was big, you can tell that nigga can rap too. Like, fuck it, if Eminem wasn't white, you would know that nigga was dope. Like, Eminem is fucking
I
dope.
fell in love with Eminem.
What are you talking about, bro?
The Rockers Records era. Sound bombing.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what.
Had like.
Let me tell you what
verses
makes
on that.
Jay-Z so great for these niggas. Let me tell you why Jay-Z looks great for these niggas.
Not that he is.
No, I'm telling you, Jay-Z is no,
These,
Jay-Z is just him.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has just stayed him, and that thing is just too inspiring. Like, I feel it, you know? Like, Jay-Z knew he was going to be the shit in 96 when you listen to Jay-Z. The way he's talking that shit. You can tell this nigga is smart. You can tell Jay-Z is the one that doesn't even want to do that beef shit. Like, the way, wouldn't do some dumb shit like what Biggie and Pac. Like, he wouldn't even put himself in that position. That's Jay-Z. He's determined. Jay-Z is not going to marry any other girl. Jay-Z wants the Beyonce. Like, Jay-Z is just that nigga every nigga would want to be, you know? Like a man. Jay-Z is a man, you know? Like, everywhere Jay-Z is, he's the man. Like, yeah, he's the one, you know?
But he told you already. He said, "I'm."
So that's what inspiring to these niggas, and I like that too. And when shit like that, when you know that kind of person, and then he's rapping, talking his shit. I'm coming. There's this song. I'm coming. Where's my phone?
This mindset, then you're literally saying that you can be greater than Jay-Z.
I'm coming.
Why can he now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
coming.
you're saying
Let me play you this
His
song.
mother has 2 heads. His mother has 2 heads. So why not?
I'm
Four
coming.
heads, I think.
2 heads. 2 heads.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay-Z's mother doesn't have 2 heads.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a song like this, Charlie. Last time I did the driveway, and then they played this song. I hear this shit, yeah, I really feel like, yo, Jay-Z is the fucking GOAT. Like, he is, Charlie. I mean, you know this song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, The way these niggas they talk and shit. Wait a minute.
For me, this is not my favorite Jay.
No, I'm not saying this is my favorite Jay-Z. I'm just saying the way this nigga even
The confidence,
how he talks his shit. It's like you could even be a rapidy nigga like Eminem, but don't come close because you're not even on my level. You know, Jay-Z is he just talks that shit. You know, I don't give a fuck, but he just talks it and it sounds nice. So that's my whole point, Charlie. I don't know if I'm doing myself, but yeah, that's my whole point. That's why niggas love Jay-Z. Because niggas know Jay-Z can rap better than Eminem. Niggas know.
But Jay-Z has more character and charisma.
No, I'm talking about rap. Can we stay focused on rap?
No, but like...
That's what I'm talking about. So that's why Jay-Z is great to them. Because it's not just about rap for them.
Yeah.
Because they know niggas they go last Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Bro.
That's why you're saying fuck Jay-Z.
What I was telling you, bro, you didn't pay attention to what I
Because
was
that's
saying.
where this started from. Yeah.
You didn't pay attention to
Yeah,
what
I
I
know.
didn't either.
Okay.
That's all.
So here's what I was trying to tell you. And I'm not saying that there was a point when Eminem wasn't the greatest rapper technically ever. You understand? From the moment you first heard him, you can tell this nigga can rap, right?
Yeah.
What I am trying to tell you is that it took a while for the PR machine to be okay with a white rapper being at the top of the ghost list before everybody started accepting that shit.
And
Because
that was
for a long
2010.
time,
Hey, this guy.
No Awam.
No Awam, right? No Awam, right?
see, for a long time, niggas
Looking
knew
mighty good.
the white boy go few rap rings around everybody, but he wasn't popping up at the top of the list like he is now.
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
back then it wasn't politically correct to say
Right.
a white rapper. Do you understand what I'm saying?
People knew Eminem was the goat on call. People would put, there were magazines that
On
even...
Call was
2004.
On Call was like his fourth album, bro.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that time,
Wait.
people were calling Eminem a legend.
What was his first was?
Eminem was already a legend.
Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady.
Yeah, that was his fault. That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Eminem Show.
Eminem Show.
Yeah. Before Encore.
Yeah.
True.
It took that 4 albums and people and even then it wasn't like he was at the top of it like now.
He was at the top of it in terms of numbers.
but
not
at the top.
substance.
Yeah, but right now, if you ask people, if you say, skill-wise, top one rapper of all time, and someone says Eminem, nobody will have a fight with you.
Yeah.
You understand? But back then, if you did that,
He had to earn his bones.
yeah.
He really had to earn
Back
his
then,
bones.
like somebody will
I
fight with
would.
you because he said
I would.
Eminem is better than Redman.
I
Like, what
would.
the fuck are you talking about?
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
You understand? So you have to understand the power of PR in positioning greatness too.
Oh, PR is everything.
Yeah, that's what I need him to understand. That
Reputation
sometimes,
management, though.
But he see, here's the thing, right? He, like with Pappy, I understand where he comes from a lot of the time because he's a firm believer like in the law of attraction, right? He just believes that he has to reach into himself and really believe that, look, this is my story, this is who I am, and I don't need to spin it any other way but be myself. But he doesn't realize.
bro,
Bring me spoon.
it's with the enter right now.
No. I know, right? I was on stage.
Yeah.
On stage where?
Like was it over the weekend or something?
Yeah, he went on stage with Joey B.
Joey
Yeah,
B.
it was a long time
Yeah.
after a while, and I want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that because I'm really, really tired of this back and forth between you two. I'm really tired of it. I'm not even gonna ask it like a question. There is an issue, and that issue, as two grown men, should be able to
talk about it. Like he's not going to talk about it.
No, he will. He knows he will.
No, he won't.
He's coming.
You're fighting me. Nah, this guy wrong.
This is No Awam, right? Is this No Awam? You said
You
it's
gotta
No
pay
Awam
me.
to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So do you feel traumatized by your experience with him? Enough? Is it that traumatizing?
Pretty
We haven't paid yet.
Okay.
When you pay, then you holler at me.
Hear
Yeah?
the story.
Mm.
Yeah. Cool.
Shut up.
Okay, so now that we got it over,
We have
one last question.
okay.
Rumor is you're a married man.
It's not a rumor. It's just that I'm not on TV3 screaming I'm a married man. No,
Okay.
that's not a rumor.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
What has that got to do with me being on TV3?
I mean, you're given so
PR.
much
No.
PR, and wait. You're reinforcing yourself. You're giving so much of yourself out there. Why not? Your romantic
Okay,
life. the love of your life?
so here's my thing, right? I know how fame is, the effect it has on how people will treat you and people will talk about you and everything. I chose this path. My wife didn't choose this path.
Okay.
I don't have to put her at the
In the
center.
spotlight. Okay.
You understand? I am the type that if I have a kid, you probably don't see that kid if you're not my friend.
Okay.
If the person grows up and they want to choose a path for themselves,
They can do
that's
it.
up to them.
Yeah.
So my wife actually does shit that brings her more PR than I get.
Okay.
Because she's on BBC, because she's a scientist and she's doing mad shit, right?
Yeah.
But we are just not putting each other in
that
each other's
position.
way.
Yeah.
Because I will hate to wake up and
That actually makes a lot of
you
sense.
understand, and hear and go online and see some random nigga saying some shit about my wife. I can take it when it's about me. You understand? Because I chose to be here. I can react to that.
That's
I
my
can't.
life.
Yeah, I can't take it when it's about people who didn't choose to be
That's
here.
exactly how I feel.
You know, like you can't talk about my mom that way. You can say all the shit you want to me, but once you bring my mom or my wife or if I have kids or whatever into it, it becomes personal. Like then it's not about KoJo Cue or whatever anymore. It's about me as a person. And I don't take that
That's real shit.
You understand? So I'll much rather not put them in that position.
And that nigga
at
need to
all.
be slapped for that
I
shit.
know.
So we don't accept that shit and take credit.
I know. Not in Kumasi
We don't
either,
condone
bro.
Violence.
On this.
No, we say against any form of violence.
Yeah, I'm not a violent guy, but if people do certain things, they have to know that actions and
The repercussions.
reactions. Yeah, like you understand. Like,
Bro, I'm a violent guy. You talk shit, get a slap. For real, nigga.
yeah. So for me, that has just been it.
Okay.
You understand? Like that's been it.
Yo, nigga, you gotta bounce though.
Yeah. You understand?
So
Niggas trying to keep you long and shit. This nigga is smart. You gotta read this nigga.
Bro, I know this nigga a long time. I know.
okay.
Last money years.
I appreciate you guys for the compliments. I love you guys too. We've known each other forever. And I must say something before we end this show.
Honest speech.
It's been a really, really great experience. It's wonderful to sit here at this
Very
point and have a conversation with you guys, about your career so far and what we're doing. It's unfortunate we didn't get a chance to talk about your music because that's what you're known for.
Yeah.
Right? Kokon sound?
Yeah. This is
Bunch of Kokon's ass nigga.
No,
We
we
even get.
actually didn't even do any cocos. We talked about like hip hop.
yeah.
Real shit.
Real
Yeah.
life.
In real life, so it's cool.
Yeah. No one.
So
Sorry.
that's what I'm saying. We need to
Part
find
two,
like a
part
part two
Yeah.
where we go into the music because I'd like to have a super music, Pappy Kojo music.
You wanna try that shit, huh? You're missing out.
Oh, you're off.
Eating clean. Hi guys, thank you for listening to the No Awam Podcast. Visit freetune.com or freetune live on Instagram for more episodes and interesting content.
Z, get it? ABC. Yourself off the pathway of a G. HANA, Word of my daughter, meridian 0 degrees. And word of my essay hustlers pushing my lucky. And word to the word I speak, that's a major key. Who I compete